Linda Kohliem, our Assistance in Healthcare recipient and guest speaker, completed an undergraduate degree in criminology and her master's degree in education. She dedicated 18 years to teaching children and equipping them with the tools for successful adult lives. She retired from this to work with a small group of people and open a charter school. It was about this time that she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Her initial treatment was closer to her home in Florida, but after surgery, when her doctor told her that she only had 3 years to live, she was empowered to look elsewhere, to find hope, that 4-letter word, and to find people who would fight with her. Linda is a mother of 5, and one of her sons was in the Navy and stationed at Great Lakes. She stayed with him, and after her first visit at Midwestern Regional Medical Center, she never looked back. Oh, and that was just over 3 years ago. They only gave her 3 years at the last hospital. She's here with us today. Linda is a mother, sister, educator, businesswoman, Christian, and cancer fighter. This journey with cancer was not a path that she chose, but one that God helps her navigate. She found a new voice for cancer, a voice of hope. Tonight she shares her story with you to be the voice of almost 3,000 patients who applied for assistance in healthcare in 2013. Please help me in welcoming Linda Kohliem.
Good evening. To the Stevenson family and my assistant and healthcare family, it is indeed an honor to stand tonight to express my sincere gratitude. Marcel Proust penned, "Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom." Assistant in healthcare is my charming gardener who made my soul blossom when it was full of weeds of worry, fear, despair, and hopelessness. I worked in education for over 18 years and have recently retired to fulfill a dream of opening a charter school for underprivileged children in my community. When abruptly in February 2011, Miss ovarian cancer invaded my body and my life came to a screeching halt. I was overwhelmed by this life-threatening disease and so afraid of the unknown. The unknown of would I survive, the unknown of losing out on life, and the unknown of how would I be able to make ends meet. Miss Ovarian did not care about my plans. Miss Ovarian did not care about my loved ones. And most of all, Miss Ovarian did not care about the cares of my life. I cannot say the same about assistant in healthcare. You cared and you proved it. After the intrusion of Miss Ovarian in my life, I had to have surgery and have a port put in my chest to receive the chemotherapy. For some reason, my body rejected the port, so I had to have surgery to have the port removed. I spent 5 days in the hospital with blood clots in my neck and had to have the port removed. Needless to say, there were expenses incurred from this hospital visit. I was unable to work, but I was introduced to assistant in healthcare, whom I like to refer to as my charming gardeners. Assistant in healthcare cheerfully pulled the weed of worry from my garden and covered those expenses. Soon after I recovered from the removal of the port, I had to have double thyroid surgery. With my little garment bag in hand, I'm off again to the hospital for a couple of days to have my thyroids removed. Every time I find myself spending any time of relaxation in the hospital, it comes with a price tag. After the double thyroid surgery, I thought I was smooth sailing, but no, another obstacle forced itself in my life. I find myself once again spending 3 days in the hospital for a double hernia repair. Needless to say, once again, that incurred more unexpected expenses. And once again, my charming gardeners stepped in and kindly pulled those weeds from my garden. In June last year, I faced a very hard dilemma. Once again, I had another life-changing choice to make. I had to choose to fight for my life or fight for my marriage. I chose to fight for my life. I went through a divorce, and I lost the majority of the income I depended on, the comfort of my own home, and the valuable insurance coverage I needed. I was devastated. Quickly, the familiar weeds of despair, hopelessness, they sprung up once again in the garden of my soul. But it was my former husband's insurance that covered my travel for me to fly from Florida to the Cancer Treatment Center. Losing the insurance, I would have to pay for the flights to fly from Orlando to Zion. I was afraid I would not be able to continue traveling to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. I did not need 2 divorces in my life at that time. The divorce of my husband and the divorce of my CTCA family. Guess what? I didn't have to, because assisted in healthcare, my charming gardeners relentlessly and graciously pull those weeds that came to choke the hope I needed to stay on the path of life. With your assistance, I have shelter to keep me safe from the hot sunshine in Florida. With your assistance, I still have my own transportation to transport me to places I need to go. Most of all, because you cared, I have a peace of mind, and that is priceless. Simply because you cared, I am on the yellow brick road to recovery today. Assistant in healthcare gets it. You understand the word healthcare, and that is to care about our quality of life. All you have done for me and my family is the expression of healthcare. I thank God for assistant in healthcare, my charming gardeners, who planted and continues to water the seed of hope in the garden of my soul. It is because of your generosity and giving, when I arise every morning, I have the precious privilege of being alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love, and to be at peace. Because assistant healthcare care enough to unselfishly give, I get to make each day count. One of my favorite poets, Maya Angelou, once said, "When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed." It is because you cheerfully and uncompromisingly give, you pull the weeds of worry, fear, despair, and hopelessness from the garden of our souls, and I accept gratefully. 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, "And now abide faith, hope, charity, these 3, but the greatest of these is charity." Thank you for being the greatest. It is because of your charity I am happy and my life is blessed and blossoms with faith, hope, and love. I am grateful to stand before you tonight to say thank you. Thank you for expressing your care and love for not only myself, but also for the countless others who rely on you for assistance in healthcare to improve our quality of life. Thank you.